Hey everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to the Top 10 Moments video series from our Tomb of Annihilation campaign. This is the moment when our Triton bard Gillian is finally reunited with her brother from session 43. The party is level 5 and reaching the end of the Typhoon Palace, the Dangwaru dungeon from the Turtle package that I'd placed on the coast of Chult. Gillian's personal quest in our campaign was to find her missing brother, last seen on an Umberlee cult ship. The party had fought their way through the dungeon, surviving deadly traps and treasure mimics, and witnessed ghostly scenes of her brother's tragic relationship with a high-ranking priestess who ultimately had him killed. In this scene, Gillian discovers her brother's spirit, and in true fashion to our campaign, things quickly go from serious to hilarious.
Alright, Gillian, follow your lead south.
I wasn't saying I want to lead south. I only have 5 points. But okay.
Let's all just go as a general group.
DM demands specific marching order.
Oh, I hate
Who
when
gets
he
their
does
head
that.
decapitated first?
I'll go first. She only has like 25 hit.
I have to be looking for magical, traps or whatnot.
Okay.
Alright, we got 2 doors, left and right.
You got 2 doors at the end of the hallway, indeed.
Do either of them appear magical?
Neither door appears magical. You don't sense any kind of magical traps or anything of that nature.
Do I sense my brother's voice?
You listen for a second, and you hear that voice come again. It's just kind of whispering your name, and you hear it coming to the right. Coming from the right.
Let's go toward the right then.
Okay. I will listen at the door.
Oh, sorry, I opened the door.
Your listening skills are just that good.
It's so good.
Yeah. I just press my ear against it and the door just goes, "Ee."
Yeah, it opens.
Guys, it's all good.
Hanging from a chain from the ceiling of this dark room is an old diver's cage. The cage is 8 feet tall and dangles 2 feet off the floor. Tattered rugs are splayed out before it. Inside the cage is the flickering spectral image of a male Triton. The ghostly figure of your brother looks up with wide eyes and stares right at you, Gillian. It says, "Gillian, you found me."
Okay, so he's like actually here? Then this is not like an image?
He appears to be speaking to you. Yeah, that's a good reaction. Yeah, because you've been seeing a lot of these visions. Not quite sure what to believe. But yeah, he appears to be addressing you directly.
His ghost.
His ghost. Looks like a ghost.
Well, I probably am gonna come forward then and say, like, what the F happened?
He looks sad and nods and looks down and says, "Oh, Gillian, I'd never met anyone like Saretha before. She was smart, beautiful, and a grand leader. She had been given orders to get rid of our envoy. I convinced her to be merciful, but on the night they were to kick us out, it all went bad. So much death. I thought I'd lost you, but I saw you escape into the water. I couldn't bring myself to leave her. And Gillian, I convinced her to leave all this behind. Umberlee, the war, everything. Just sail away and start a new life. The ship was wrecked from a storm not long after, and we came ashore here in Chult. And we built this place from the wreckage. For a time we were happy, but the goddess wouldn't leave us alone. Everyone was plagued by nightmares and visions, and some of them started mutating. They began building all these statues and resuming their worship. I felt her slipping away from me, and then one day, he just kind of swallows hard and gestures at the cage around him.
Well, I think one of the things I probably would have done first is try to get him out of the cage, so...
Okay.
I'm gonna come up here and try to figure out if I can open the cage.
Yeah, it looks like it's actually just the whatever lock was on there is long since rusted away, so you can probably sit there and just break it with a back of a dagger or something. He opens up, and you open the door, and he looks at you warmly. He says, in the last month or so, I've felt a powerful pull. I don't know why, but all the spirits seem to be trapped in here. Saretha, or maybe Umberly herself, keeps some kind of a dome around the palace. If we need to be put to rest, then she needs to be... She's changed. She's not the person I fell in love with. I'm so sorry, Gillian.
How are you still alive in this cage?
I'm not sure. I don't think any of the spirits can leave this place. We've all been cursed here. You might have seen some of those spirits when you came in.
Okay. So what do we have to do to free you?
The only thing that still keeps this thing together must be the High Priestess herself, Saretha. She's still in here. She's probably back in the cave part. They built some kind of frightening statue back there. Their final place of worship.
Oh, so we did need to look at the statue.
Her connection to Umberly needs to be severed. And to do that, I think she has to be destroyed. Now, you all know about the spirits and what happens to spirits with the soulmonger in place right now.
Oh.
He mentioned feeling a pull about a month ago, but all the spirits are trapped in here.
So if we actually free the dome of spirit trapping, they just immediately become a part of the undead army. They just get pulled into the whole soulmonger situation.
He doesn't seem to know about what that is, so you could mention that to him if you want.
I mean, I'll let Gillian...
I feel like that's fair, too. I'll relay that information to him. That seems like something he should be aware of.
Okay. He looks pretty wide-eyed and worried. He says, "Oh, I thought that freeing from this place, I would be able to be free and finally get some rest, but I don't want to end up in some giant spirit vacuum." And then his eyes grow like wide, and he says, I could use something meaningful to both of us as some sort of a vessel. I don't want to possess any of you." He kind of looks back at your companions, but maybe I could kind of possess an object.
Put
Gillian.
them in your bagpipes. Oh no, because then every time you play it, you'd be blowing your brother. No, don't put him in.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
I'm sorry I went there. I'm sorry.
You ruined it for everyone!
I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, Rochelle. That was my bad.
Let's just pretend that...
Somebody just like slaps Celeste across the back of the head. It's like, no.
like...
Not the time.
I'm sorry.
George said, "Put him in your monkey."
Oh, I forgot about the monkey.
A monkey.
I so could. Oh, it's a flying monkey, too. Do you want to fly? Wouldn't that be fun for you?
You're talking to him like he's 6.
We all are discovering right now exactly why he chose to stay with me.
The patronizing older sister.
Yeah.
he's, he's like, what's a monkey?
I have this amazing flying servant here. You could embody him if you'd like, as long as you're willing to pick up my crossbow bolts for me. Long lost brother.
Gillian makes sure she doesn't want to actually lose the service of her service monkey in giving her brother a body.
This relationship between the two of them got a lot real quick.
Oh. Like,
But
yeah. I guess that could work. It's a pretty simple-minded creature. Yeah, I could do that. At least until this whole soul thing is dealt with. That won't take long, right? He looks hopeful, looks at the monkey, and looks hopeful at you.
absolutely not. We'll have this squared away in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Go ahead, embody my monkey.
Go weird.
He kind of nods sadly,
Right,
resigned
hold-
to his fate.
Hold
Yeah,
the monkey
you hold
out.
it.
His wings are flapping.
It's just pooping on the floor, holding it out. It's like, all right,
The poor monkey is.
just wide-eyed. Now's a good time to pull up the picture of the flying monkey. Everybody can see how sweet it is. There's the innocent flying monkey about to have its soul sucked out. All right, you see your brother just kind of mystify and go into all of the monkey's orifices, and
The monkey screaming while this happens.
nope, it's totally just zoned out, like it's just stoned, and then all of a sudden it's kind of blinks a few times, and then Gillian leaps out of your arms and kind of flies around and almost like crashes into a few things, and then rights itself and sits down and looks at you and cocks its head and makes monkey noises. But
All right.
it attempts to
We
get
understand.
it gets like its half like appendages it can use and tries to give you like a thumbs up, but it looks really weird because it's a monkey.
At this
So,
point,
should
George
we
is
address this monkey as your?
Yes, this is my brother, and you will treat him with respect. So please be
and
courteous.
as soon as Gillian says that, George's Thaddeus flies over and starts trying to hump the monkey.
You didn't know what you were getting yourself into, man. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
George runs over. Thaddeus, no, don't do that. And
A
then he
smart
grabs.
bottle.
Might
The
be
monkey
time
looks
to neuter Thaddeus.
very shaken.
Bad monkey, bad monkey.
What's the brother's name?
Sibirath.
Which is now the name of Sibirath.
Sibirath the flying monkey now.
Hello, Mr. Sibirath. Monkey Man.
It seems to twitch for a second, and you can see part of the like a blue mist seep out of it for a second. And Gillian, you find yourself suddenly become a little more like your magic spark a little faster and sharper, and then it seeps back down, and you feel like the brother's spirit can actually help you, which I am translating as once per day you can call upon your brother's spirit to enhance one of your spells as if it were cast at 1 level higher of a spell slot.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's just a free action, assuming that flying monkey survives, I guess.
He survived this long, and I forgot he existed.
Yep. That's yeah.
I just see there and Bear try to eat the monkey.
We gotta treat the monkey with respect.
Don't eat
Royalty.
the monkey.